warm welcome to IDFC First Bank Presents Leaders of Tomorrow Season 12. I'm Ritwika Gupta and you're watching our special edition Super Achievers Making New India powered by VoiceWhat. Today we'll be focusing on two distinct companies making a mark in their respective industries. In the first segment, I'll be chatting with Venkatraman Srinivasan, Executive Chairman of eMudhra, and in the second segment, a conversation lined up with Sriram Kanuri, CEO Director, and Parag Jain, CTO Director of Arteria Technologies. Kicking off this episode with eMudhra, a global leader in digital transformation. I caught up with Venkatraman Srinivasan, Executive Chairman of eMudhra, on the company's journey, driving trust in global markets and their approach to future-proofing cybersecurity solutions. Listen in.
In this digital world, secure online communication is the need of the hour. From loan approvals to signing a contract and online payments, trust and efficiency are the core of every digital transaction. Founded in 2008, eMudhra is leading the way in building a secure digital society. Under the leadership of Executive Chairman Venkatraman Srinivasan, eMudhra drives secure digital transformation. It addresses critical needs in identity governance and cryptographic trust with solutions for digital signatures, certificate lifecycle management, and public key infrastructure solutions. As the only Indian company accredited by WebTrust, eMudhra provides SSL and TLS certificates for safe digital communication. Operating in 25 countries, it has issued over 60 million digital identities, serving governments, Fortune 500 companies, banks, and MSMEs. As a global giant in digital transformation, eMudhra continues to enhance digital transactions with innovative solutions.
Mr. Srinivasan, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for chatting with us today.
Thank you.
So, sir, I first want to understand the evolution of eMudhra from a niche player in digital security to becoming a global leader in digital transformation and cryptographic trust. How has the journey been like for you?
No, journey has been wonderful. We started the company in 2008.
Yeah.
Initially, we started issuing digital signatures for the Indian market. So over the years, the usage of digital signature improved initially in the government applications like company law, then income tax, then tender portal, travel portal, then DGFT and everywhere. And over time, even in the banking segment, it improved. So when the usage improved, every large customer needed a back-end authentication solution to authenticate digital signature. That is where around 2014, we got into the authentication engine. So that was our first technology product around this area.
Okay.
Then in 2015, the Aadhaar-based e-sign came. So then we created another solution for paperless transformation called the eMudhra solution.
Okay.
So then in 2017, earlier for our issuance of digital signature, we were using a third-party solution, European solution, which we replaced by our own in-house developed solution. So with the result, around 2017, we had a good penetration in the Indian market around this issuance of digital signature and other solutions around digital signature, including CA solution, workflow solution, and also authentication solution. That is when we thought we will get into the global market. So our first entry was predominantly the UAE market.
Okay.
In the UAE market, we captured all the major banks. So that gave a lot of fillip to us. Then we started getting into Africa, getting into Far East. Then we set up our shop in South America and gradually in North America and Europe also. So one thing is the digital transformation in India. Because today, if you see, India is much more digitally advanced than many other countries.
Yeah.
So almost everything happens in digital. And within that, again, the government, particularly all central government departments, are more advanced digitally compared to even private sector.
Right.
So these two important factors gave a lot of fillip to our solutions, our story, our ability to penetrate the market, and several other governments in small countries, they want to replicate the India story also. So that also adds to our advantage. So in view of all these reasons, we have started penetrating, I would not say penetrated fully, but started penetrating well in the global market.
Fantastic.
Over time, I think we will penetrate more.
Fantastic, and we'll definitely talk about that in a bit. But I actually also want to understand, how is eMudhra tackling challenges posed by quantum computing, to existing cryptographic standards?
In quantum computing, because if you see, the only thing is this certification algorithm.
Yeah.
Initially, what is called an RSA algorithm came. So in that 1024-bit encryption came. Then later on, everybody found that it was insufficient and made it into 2048-bit algorithm.
Sure.
Then there is also another algorithm called the elliptic curve algorithm. These algorithms are not enough for the quantum computing. If quantum attack comes, the quantum computer can break this algorithm by brute force, by repeatedly trying on many infinite number of transactions. So that's where different algorithms are needed to tackle this. So that's where the US NIST has published 2 or 3 new algorithms which can tackle the quantum computing. So in our product, we have incorporated these algorithms.
Okay.
So if any customer wants it, up to now, nobody really implemented quantum computing, but they also want it as a desirable function which we are offering. So this is how, by incorporating the new algorithms which is certified by US NIST, we are tackling this problem arising out of the quantum computing.
Right. So in today's cybersecurity landscape, zero trust is also a critical framework. So tell us how are the solutions that you are offering, how are they helping enterprises to ensure that they're implementing zero trust principles?
And zero trust, earlier what was happening, if you see those days, the people were doing transactions in the presence of each other.
Right.
So people knew each other, or people were introduced to one another by some other known people. So that way the trust got established. But today, most of the global transactions are faceless, presenceless and cashless, everything online transaction, in which there is nobody to introduce nobody, and invariably you are dealing with people whom you don't know. That is what is happening between companies, between government, between different organizations. So in this, there has to be a methodology by which people can trust one another. That is to be there. This is what is provided by the PKI public key infrastructure, around which our products are built. So anybody you are dealing, if you are dealing with the individual, that individual's identity has to be established. If you are dealing with a device, that device identity to be established. If you are dealing with a website identity is to be established. So that is number one.
Right.
In this zero trust model. Then the second thing is the authentication of the transaction. So for example, you sign a paper that has to be authenticated by some methodology by which if anybody changes anything, it should become invalid.
Right.
So the main principle is identity to be established. The transaction has to be authenticated. So these are the 2 fundamental things. So all our solutions are around that.
So tell us, as the only Indian company to have received the Web Trust accreditation, how have you managed to leverage that to really expand globally? You earlier spoke about global expansion and really to build trust globally as well.
Yeah, because we are the only company got this Web Trust accreditation from India. So because of this, what we have done is in several other countries also. In India, we got the certification authority license from the Ministry of IT. Similarly, now because of the Web Trust accreditation, we got the license in UAE, we got the license in Kenya. Then we are a root CA under Web Trust, so we have issued the issuing CA methodology to other countries in Peru and various places. So that way, that enables us to penetrate. And now we are trying in Qatar. We are already issuing CA in Mauritius. So in several countries we have established. Some countries like America, the CA is more private. It is not a government accredited mechanism. There also in privately we can do managed PKA, managed CA and all that. So this is how we are using this Web Trust accreditation to penetrate globally.
You're right. In this rapidly evolving cybersecurity landscape, I want to understand how are you assuring that eMudhra solutions remain adaptable and also future-proof, in the coming years?
Future-proof in the sense because in the cyber world, more and more attacks and more vulnerability will be coming.
That's right.
And particularly up to now with human mind, what kind of problem you can create that was created now. using AI also more problem may be created.
Yeah.
So accordingly, we have to create more and more solutions which can tackle those problems, and those problems get discussed in various forums around the world. So we need to be vigilant about it. And one of it is the post-quantum cryptography. Okay. So like that, many other things can come. So for which we have to provide solution. We have to do continuous R&D on that.
Fantastic. Just switching gears a little bit and talking about your leadership style. From what I read, it is a blend of traditional principles as well as modern management techniques. But I really want to understand, how has your approach, your principles, really, nurtured a culture of innovation within the organization?
Yeah, traditional and modern is almost same only.
Really?
Because I have read this. I have written a book on New Age management philosophy from ancient Indian wisdom. I'll give a copy of the book to you.
Right, I'd love to read it.
It is based on a 2,000-year-old poetry. So I have compared each of the principles in that poetry.
Fantastic.
So almost the principles are same. Only the tools and methodology may be differing depending on the time we live. But
What's the difference like?
Not much difference. Most of the principles are same. So everywhere again the key thing is not only knowledge, you need to have courage, conviction, determination, quickness and various things. And then no procrastination of work. So these are the various principles I follow. And that is what I try to inculcate in my second line, third line also. And then the other thing is always the patience. So we should not be in a great hurry to do things because that may lead to more mistake and more problem.
Fantastic. Those were really some wise words. Finally, sir, tell us, just to give a broader picture of the cyber security landscape here in India, how do you see that evolving, in the country? And also, how do you see a company like yours, eMudhra, playing a role in really strengthening, India's digital infrastructure?
India's digital infrastructure, we are already there in many major departments. If you see, in some places we are directly there, in some places we are working under large system integrators who are there with the government department. And not only in many government departments, even we provide our solution to defense, we provide our solution to banking, we provide our solution to various customer onboarding in NBFCs, small finance banks everywhere. So that way we are there, and whatever newer and newer advancement also we try to provide to these large customers. We are there with all the bigger customers and continuously interact with them and what is their need. Main thing is how do you cater to the need of the hour in the market. So as long as you improve your solution to cater to the need of the hour, you will be continuously in demand from the major customers. So if you get outdated, then you will be perished.
Absolutely. Well, more power to you. Thank you so much for chatting with us.
Thank you.
It's time for a quick break here. We'll be back shortly. Stay tuned. Welcome back. You're watching IDFC First Bank presents Leaders of Tomorrow Season 12, and this is our special edition Super Achievers Making New India, powered by VoiceWhat. In this segment, the spotlight is now on Arteria Technologies, a cloud-based SaaS platform offering a complete solution for end-to-end supply chain operations and financing needs. Now, Arteria Technologies aims to address the pain points in the supply chain network. And to find out more, we at Leaders of Tomorrow caught up with Sriram Kanuri, CEO and Director, Parag Jain, CTO and Director of Arteria Technologies. Pooja Jain brings you the conversation. Listen in.
Imagine a world of hassle-free procurement. A business network that can interpret the customer's preferences.
We ensure our customer satisfaction, and we are mainly into information security also, where we ensure our customers are confident on us.
And an efficient chain of suppliers and distributors. Currently, supply chains are losing billions of dollars due to multiple inefficiencies.
Product that Arteria has from end-to-end supply chain management and also digitalized supply chain offering that we have is unique.
It's time to break away from the conventions. Make our ecosystem future ready by leveraging technology. Let's reimagine, disrupt, and improve.
And here we used to support dealer portal, supplier portal and supply chain. And now one of the best one is going to support like payments related on that banking one.
Let's build agile, resilient and responsible solutions. Let's create the future with a single, end-to-end, financially integrated SaaS for value chains. Introducing FinesseArt. Using its components, FinesseArt can create an intricate, efficient network for you. Supplier Connect. Digitize your peer-to-peer process with full transparency from PO to payment with your supplier and transporter network, including foreign and domestic, subcontractors and contract manufacturers.
So we develop products on top of SAP using SAP BTP platform. Our products are implemented across various industry segments, and here you get a lot of opportunity for every employee.
Customer Connect. Get real-time insights along with market data into your sales and multi-tier distribution network. Empower your distributors and sales force with a unified transactional and analytical system. Payments. Roll out a unique account reconciliation with automation of AP and AR for your payments and collections integrated to your banks.
Now this entire integrated online system basically helps us take decisions on real time and implement them and improve our speed to market to grow much faster than the competition.
Let's together embrace the future now. Arteria. Because the future is here to stay.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us this afternoon.
Thank you for having us on this show, Pooja.
Welcome to Arteria.
It's a pleasure. So if I could kick off the conversation with you, Sriram, for sake of some context setting and for the benefit of our viewers, all right? Arteria Technologies has been widely recognized for streamlining supply chain operational efficiencies. Right? Tell us more about how you've gone about doing so.
So when we started our organization, we've realized that there are a lot of gaps, starting with the large organizations to the smallest ones.
Sure.
The supply chains are always broken. When I say broken, there are processes which run internally within a large organization. Then there are processes which are run in the ecosystem, who all together make up a supply chain, correct?
Yes.
And they are never collaborating so seamlessly with each other, and that's what causes this gap.
Right.
And when we realized that there is a gap, and identified that what are the main reasons for this gap is each of these constituents work on their own set of data.
Right.
They are not collaborating seamlessly with each other. And that's the problem we tried to solve.
Sure.
By saying that we build our systems with one central source of data, ensure that the systems are transparent across this ecosystem. Either a supplier or a transporter or a dealer or a distributor or a retailer or a corporate salesperson will see the same set of data across the system that ensures that we are all working towards one same goal in the supply chain, and that's what we are doing at Arteria today on our platform called FinesseArt.
And you've done so by way of automation and digitization, and also, Parag, by leveraging artificial intelligence, right? So based on some of the pain points that we just heard Sriram outline, give us some use cases as to how these technologies have come to your rescue.
What we are looking at is how can we embed AI into the workflow itself real time. So as I am transacting, can I get AI to help me both from an organization perspective and also from a supply chain partner perspective? So if I'm a supply chain partner, can I use AI to determine what should be the right promotion that I should subscribe to so that it benefits me, it helps me achieve my targets?
Right.
If I'm an organization, how can I use AI to do real-time trade promotion planning? Can I do real-time route optimizations? How can I do real-time stock optimizations? So the key word here is, can I use real-time? The customers have adopted our platform. They have now good, trustworthy data.
Right. No, that's very critical. So how does the platform essentially ensure or facilitate collaboration and identify synergies?
As a part of our platform, we have also embedded financial institutions now who actually lend throughout this network. First, like we were talking about, ensuring that the data is one set and ensuring that it's transparency across the platform. These are two main things that we do as a part of our platform. Third thing is we ensure that all the data is available to all the constituents real time. right? So let's say you take an example of a supplier. His main interests are 2 or 3. Did the material I am supplying to the corporate, is it reaching them on time? Is it in quality?
Right.
And am I going to get my money in time?
Right.
So we handle all these 3 things. If you come to the distribution cycle, what is it important for dealer or distributor to do? It is important that he knows that his product is coming to him on time. He's getting the right discounts on the product, and he's eligible for all the schemes that the corporate is rolling out. Then comes the third angle, which is your transportation. Yes, I sold it to a retailer. Is there a transporter available to ship it in time? Can I optimize the loads?
Well, I want to talk more about that, and I'll pose my next question to you, Parag. Putting on your CTO hat for a moment, challenging was it?
There could be 2 scenarios, that there is a cash and carry format in which the distributor needs to pay in advance. Once the advance is paid, it has to be accounted for. Once it is accounted for, then only is the order accepted. So now, if all these steps are manual, it would mean that it might take 1 or 2 days till the goods are really sent out to the distributor. If my banking systems are digital today in the country, can I not make sure that I have the same real-time capabilities extended to the B2B world?
You know, Parag, as you say, seeing is believing.
Right.
Correct? And let's talk about a certain sub-segment of the market, small and medium enterprises. Right? Their pain points are particularly unique. How at Arteria Technologies do you attempt to cater to that sub-segment of the market?
They don't have enough resources.
Right.
That is the biggest problem.
Sure.
While the aspirations are at par with the large corporate. So the way we handle it is pretty simple. We say, you know what, these are 5 things we do for you, and you never need to again duplicate it or replicate it. We ensure that it seamlessly moves across your systems. That's number 1 thing that we do for them. Number 2 was the cash flow issues which I spoke to you, where we are telling them that yes, wherever you need cash, it's available on the tap. The supply chain lending per se, was a process which would have taken days or if not months, correct? So in our platform today, it's available seamlessly within less than 15 minutes.
But speaking of tech, what role, Parag, do you believe technologies such as, for example, digital twin technology or predictive analysis may play in terms of revolutionizing supply chain operational efficiencies, in the years to come?
Over the last few years, the technology capabilities have improved drastically, which means you have compute power, you have algorithms, you have tools that can allow you to play around with. So it is very important that we use such technology capabilities to give solutions that they can trust in.
Switching gears for a moment, where does sustainability fit into your priority list here at Arteria Technologies?
It's been one of the top priority items for all our customers. While sustainability was not so much in buzz a few years back, because of the way the platform was built, we were always digital first. We are ensuring that every single document is available real-time digitally.
Sure.
So your need for a paper is totally eliminated. Apart from that, we also look at optimizing the routes. When I am transporting goods, transporter is one aspect of our system.
Sure.
We optimize the storage within the same truck or same whatever means of transport it is there.
Excellent. And by way of closing comments, and I'll pose my very last question to you, Parag, and then I'll come to you. Parag, how might you characterize Arteria Technologies' corporate DNA?
Yeah, so I think what we have always been proud of is the fact that we create solutions for the who and who of the country. So it is something that impacts everybody's lives. The second aspect is that the solutions that we do are something that they can experience, that they can really see in their daily life. So they are actually able to see, you are able to make a difference. And the third thing is very important for us is about innovation, right? So innovation is something which is in our DNA.
All right, and we'll come to you now, Sriram, for the final word. And ultimately, what's the legacy that you'd like for Arteria Technologies to leave behind?
We would want at Arteria or at all our customers, colleagues, partners, remember us as a company which has always put innovation first. We ensure that we are always in the top 2 or 3. This is the old philosophy that we still follow, that if you're not able to make it to the top 3, just kill the solution. It doesn't solve your purpose. So we want to leave behind the mark saying these are one players who made it in India and made a big difference in the supply chain.
We look forward to that, and we wish you and your team all the continued success.
Thank you so much.
With that, it's a wrap on this episode of IDFC First Bank Presents Leaders of Tomorrow Season 12. We hope you enjoyed the conversations. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.